In today's video, we will be going over how to review an individual recovery plan and a peer contact note. When reviewing an IRP or a contact note in web-based Credible, there are a few software limitations, as well as where certain information is located. This video will help point these out for you. For most items, you can stay in the service view or go to print view. We prefer service view for many items as they are highlighted to help draw your attention. Where is the summary of changes? To locate a summary of changes from the last IRP, you need to visit the Peer's profile page and go to Peer Extended Info. Then, by clicking on each focus area or domain, you will see the change in ANSA scores. You can also see the change in requested hours by clicking on Total Requested Hours. Additionally, to see the change in specific goals in each focus area, click on that goal to see the changes to that goal. Changes to the ratings that show baseline and goal can also be selected. Where is the basic information? The Peer Service box at the top of the service view identifies the service type, date of service, employee name, name of the individual who rendered the service, general location, and actual clock time in and out. This information is at the top of both an IRP and contact note. Where is MHP signature? Signature and date of the peer and CPS are located at the bottom of the service. To identify the MHP that reviewed the IRP and the date it was signed, you can locate this in the Peer Service section at the top of the service. The MHP is listed as approved by or on. If you would prefer to see the actual MHP signature, select Print View and scroll down to the bottom of the page. On the right, you will find the MHP's signature. How do we show that the IRP was updated every 6 months? In the service view, sections of the consents, ANSA, and IRP are separated out by the title of the section highlighted in gray. After you scroll down through the consents, disclosures, choice, complaints, etc., you will come to the section IRP information. Here you will see the date of the last IRP and the current IRP. These dates will always fall within 6 months of each other. How do we show which focus areas are being worked on? When trying to determine if a focus area domain was identified on the IRP, you should scroll to the top of the focus area after all relevant ANSA questions for that focus are listed. The question, "Will you be working on?" is highlighted in yellow. Then you will see yes or no. If no, you should move to the next focus area. If yes, review this full focus area domain. Where is the goal in the peer's own words? Under each focus area domain, there are a variety of possible goals. These are identified with a Roman numeral and letter. If the goal is not selected by the peer, it will show NA. If a goal is selected from the drop-down when completing the IRP, the basic goal will populate. These goals are individualized in the What section of the goal, which is highlighted in yellow. In the What, the peer describes, in their own words, what difficulty they have with this focus area and what that looks or feels like. Then, the peer describes in their own words why this goal is important and how it will improve their lives. The goals are also individualized when the peer describes in their own words how they will know this goal is met and includes measurements that are realistic. How do we show the role of the CPS and the role of the peer? Under each goal that is selected in a focus area, there are a variety of possible specific activities to work towards that goal. Activities are identified with a Roman numeral, letter, and number. The activities for each goal also identify the role of the peer in that activity. Quote, "I will." and the role of the CPS in that activity. Quote, CPS will. Where is the measurement? For each focus area, the peer rates themselves on a 0 to 5 Likert scale. 0 being no need for support, to 5 being significant level of need for support. The peer rates their baseline and their goal. These are highlighted in blue. How do we show which focus areas were worked on? When reviewing the contact notes on web-based, the service view provides highlighted areas to draw your attention. The focus area domains are highlighted in yellow. Under the title of the focus area, the question, quote, did you work on this goal area today, has a yes or no. If no, scroll to the next highlighted focus area. If yes, review the rest of the section. If working on a focus area, why did the peer want or need to work on? Highlighted in yellow under the yes or no question describes specifically why the peer needed and wanted to work on the goal this day. The peer's individualized description of the goal for that focus area, in their own words, is populated from the IRP where it lists, quote, attainable goals as described by the peer. How to identify which goal area or areas were worked on. The goals from the IRP are populated to the contact note. This ensures that all services are related to the recovery plan. There is no option to work on a goal or activity in the contact note if it was not part of the individual recovery plan. For each possible goal from the IRP, the contact note asks, did you work on the below goal today? Which is highlighted in light blue. If yes, continue reviewing. If no, scroll to the next goal area in this section. How do we show what activity and how was the activity individualized and specific? If the goal is selected yes, the activities are populated from the IRP. The specific location for that session is entered at CPS and peer met at. Activity prompts are selected from the drop-down choices and individualized activity information is added to each prompt to detail the activity. How do we measure progress on each focus area that was worked on? If the focus area was selected for the day, the peer also rates their current progress on a 0 to 5 Likert scale, which is compared to the pre-populated baseline and goal from the IRP. How do we justify the amount of time spent working on that goal? To justify the time spent working on the goal in each session, the peer and CPS answer, did you spend more than 1 hour working on one activity, highlighted in light blue, and have you worked on the same activity within the past 2 weeks or 2 or more consecutive sessions? If either is answered yes, a text box will contain additional justification. The additional information section of the contact note provides justification if the recommended number of service hours were exceeded. This section also details the progress made and allows for peer-specific comments. How do we document next steps? Finally, next steps are developed to include what goals the peer is planning to work on next and why.